You're listening to Kris and Chelsea. Afternoons on Wild Country 99. Some people journal, others go to therapy. Our listeners, they send it straight to Kris and Chelsea.
This is my favorite segment.
It's now time for Dear Kris and Chelsea.
Plus, we're a lot cheaper than a therapist.
It's true.
And our listeners are very good at what they do as well, apparently, because they always have pretty decent advice.
They do. They really do.
Except for a few. There's always a few out there.
You pick and choose. Take it with a grain of salt. All right.
Here we go. We got this letter in Dear Kris and Chelsea. All right, this comes from Beth. Dear Kris and Chelsea, I'm 8 months pregnant, and walking anywhere at this point feels like a competitive sport. Yesterday at work, I was talking to a coworker, and I joked that pregnant women should be allowed to park in handicap spaces. I thought it was just a lighthearted comment, but apparently not. My coworker snapped back at me. He said those spots are for people who really need help, and that being pregnant doesn't count.
Oh.
Basically, he accused me of just being lazy because I'm 8 months pregnant. She says, lazy, ? Please. My body feels like it's been in boot camp for 9 months straight. Between the back pain, swollen feet, and carrying around a baby who thinks my rib cage is a punching bag, this is not exactly a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Pregnancy is a full-time job, and honestly, having a closer parking spot would make a huge difference. I even read that in Florida, it's actually legal for pregnant women to use handicap spots. So now I'm wondering, am I crazy for thinking this should be allowed everywhere, or is my coworker right? And pregnancy just doesn't qualify for a handicap space or permit, I guess. Signed, Beth.
Oh, my gosh.
I think some people are going to be heated on this one.
I was so ready to, tear into her, but now knowing this, I can't, Kris.
So you're going to blame the coworker, the dude?
No, I'm just, for him, mansplaining pregnancy to a woman, I could just smack a guy. Any guy that says that has an opinion about pregnancy that's not supportive, I want to hook him up to that birth simulator.
He says handicap spaces are for people that really need help, and being pregnant doesn't count.
Okay, now I got to, oh God.
Wow.
So it is actually, there are states who do classify pregnant women as it is a medical condition. It is a medical condition. So if you have a chronic pain, other conditions, if you're at a fall risk, you absolutely should be granted to be in that handicap parking spot. I've seen some stores go as far as giving maternity spots, like they do have veteran spots, you know, for those, so it's a shorter distance for them to walk.
What if people abuse that and they're really not pregnant?
I think you'd be able to see or not. And you should never call somebody
and
out.
You're not going to call let's say somebody's a little on the chunky side. You're not going to ever question somebody a bit like that and be like, are you really pregnant?
Did you really just say that, Kris? Did you just...
Well, I'm just saying people are thinking it. I'm just saying what they're thinking. It's not my point of view, but I know people are going to say that.
If you are going to be, I'm just saying, because I went through this with my walker.
Yeah.
Right? After my pelvis was dang near crushed by a 1,200-pound animal, and I had to go to all these doctors and all these appointments, and I was in so much pain.
But if you have a walker, nobody's going to question
I had somebody who, they said I looked fine from the front, and I did, until they saw the massive bruises from my horse hooves, all on my, but they looked at me, they're like, why is a young woman using a walker?
Have you ever judged somebody that parks in a handicap spot and they jump out of their car and they just walk normal into a business? I'm like, something's fishy there. I want to call them out, but I don't.
I see people who, and I've heard them brag using their mom's handicap sticker or their dad's handicap sticker, and and you see them just chuck it real quick on top of the visor so that they can run in a little bit faster. Those people are terrible.
That is illegal, right?
It is illegal.
If you get caught doing that, it's a big fine, I hope.
It's terrible. But okay, back to the issue. Being pregnant, she should talk to her doctor. If she's having mobility issues, I think she should be granted this then.
By the way, in case you're wondering what the Florida law says, it grants an expectant mother a temporary parking permit.
Yeah.
You have to go to a doctor. He has to verify that you're pregnant, obviously. And then it's good for up to a year.
Or she.
You don't even have to have complications, or they can give it to anybody who's pregnant.
Because you're growing a person. It's sitting on all your organs, and it's making things harder to walk.
If you're a month pregnant, you can go and get one of these. That's not right.
Once again,
if you're in your
a man who is trying to say that at any time in your pregnancy that it's easy and it's fine. What if you're a high risk pregnancy, Chris?
If you're 7, 8, or if you're in your third trimester, did I get that right? If you're in your final trimester, yes, maybe you could apply to get a permit and get one. But if you're like in your first trimester, do you really need one?
I guess that's up to that person and their doctor, and it's nobody else's dang business.
I guess so.
So
texts are rolling in. A lot of people are. I have a feeling it's going to be 50-50. I think it's going to be guys versus girls in this one.
And I want to hear it. My mom was like a superwoman when it came to pregnancy.
Summer, yeah.
She was still working all the way up until almost dang near the day that she gave birth, and she had things pretty good. Mom, I don't want to speak for you because she can terrify me. She can put me in my place real quick. But I'm just saying, man, just be kind to others. I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna take the easy way out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, just be kind.
We'll see what the people have to say. We'll dive into your text 320-656-9453. We'll do that coming up next with Dear Kris and Chelsea. So Beth says pregnant women should get an automatic handicap permit for parking.
Ooh.
A lot of people have something to say about this.
Yes.
320-656-9453. It's Dear Kris and Chelsea. Is Beth in the right or the wrong when it comes to this? Chris chimed in. He says, look, if it's doctor approved and temporary, I don't see the problem.
Right.
But making it automatic for anybody that's pregnant, that's going to start some serious parking lot wars.
Yeah, that's true, too. Rebecca texted in. She's like, with my 3 children, I didn't have those types of complications, but I've had a lot of friends who did. They absolutely should be authorized for one, no matter where in their pregnancy by a doctor, and we should support them.
If we start giving handicap spots for pregnancy, what's next, says Kelsey? A spot for people with a hangover? A spot for people carrying heavy groceries? A spot for overweight people?
That's what carts are for, if they're heavy groceries. That's why they give you carts, people.
Well, maybe they should have pregnancy carts. I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
What would those look like?
Where they come out for you. Kathy says, yes, it's a temporary disability. I'm a nurse. So unless you are working with these women every day, she's like, the ankles are swollen. They're out of breath. Horrible back pain. It's not a permanent disability. So it's not like they're going to keep this forever.
Right.
Oh, that reminds me. I did see a mom use this one time when she had her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all born. She wasn't pregnant anymore. They're all born. She just wanted to be closer.
I'd be more inclined to give somebody with a newborn, like for the first 3 months, a closer spot.
Why?
Than somebody who's pregnant.
Why?
Just because you have to, it's the hassle of getting the baby out, getting the baby prepared, getting in. You don't want to be walking through a busy parking lot with a small child, a newborn, right?
All right, that's fair too. This person.
That's my hot take.
Should I say his name? Do I want to say his name?
Just say it.
He's all right. John says pregnancy is a natural part of life, and while I get that it's tough, it's not a disability. There are people with permanent conditions who truly need those spots. I agree with that. People in wheelchairs, people with serious heart conditions, people with missing limbs. If we start giving them to all pregnant women, where does it end? Do we give them to people with a broken leg, a bad cold? Let's keep the rules strict for people who really, truly need them, not for every difficult situation.
Tyler's got an interesting take here. He says pregnant women should get VIP parking closer than handicapped.
Ooh, closer than under the awning.
You could call it about to pop spot. I don't know. That's what he came up with.
About to pop spot.
I'm going to pull into the about to pop spot. That's
Oh my gosh. We have more women they're chiming in. They're like, this would have been a lifesaver, especially when you are pregnant with twins and have 2 other toddlers under the age of 3 that you're trying to wrangle.
Jessica's just mad at the coworker that Beth works with, apparently. He's like, pregnancy is not laziness. You try hauling around a bowling ball in your bladder for 9 months.
Yes, Sarah chimed in. She's like, pregnancy is, and being a mom is the only full-time job out there. The coworker sounds like an absolute moron.
Beth, I think the majority are kind of with you. With a doctor's note, a doctor's confirmation, and you really need it. Just I don't want people abusing it.
And
everybody has a different pregnancy, and their health is different, and their body is different. Not everybody's going to need one, but if you do, I don't see a problem with it. I'm fine with it.
Yep, and for everybody with a walker out there, Just run them over. No, I'm kidding. Or a stroller.
Appreciate all the texts. It's another Dear Kris and Chelsea. So the kids now apparently are into extreme day tripping.
What is extreme day tripping? That sounds stressful.
Well, you get in your car, Chelsea,
Okay.
and then you drive to the airport.
What?
And then you get on a plane,
How is this going to be a day trip?
and you go somewhere.
Okay.
You get off the plane. You
Yeah.
rent a car, maybe take an Uber, a ride share.
Oof.
And you do one or two things that you could probably fit in your day. And then you get back to the airport, you get on the plane, you come back home all in one day.
Can this happen? Is this possible?
They're doing it. Apparently, some people
Where
like
are they going? How far are they going? What can we I wouldn't even want to fly to Milwaukee.
the video that I saw. This dude was bragging about flying from the U.S. to Ireland in one day and back.
That's not physically possible.
Is
it?
It's a 13-hour day. He had issues, though. When he got over there, he rented a car,
Yeah, you think?
and then he got a flat tire.
Yep.
And then he didn't get the insurance, and apparently he had to pay like an extra $300. It cost him like $1,300 for the day. He got to do one thing. He went to a park, got a photo, and then he just came home. It seems very like
That's a waste. How could you just go to Ireland for a little bit?
going to the airport is just stressful for me nowadays.
It
Just
is.
because you have to stand in security, you don't know how long it's going to take.
It's a lot.
You're with everybody else. You know if your plane's going to be delayed, and you're going to sit in the middle seat next to some dude that doesn't respect your space. And you get there, and you're supposed to be like all perky when you have jet lag. It just doesn't sound entertaining to me.
This would be a fantasy. Plus, we have dogs at home that are depending on us. Somebody who has kids, this wouldn't be fun.
Even day trip and driving a whole day is stressful to me. It's
There's
it's not worth it.
There are so many flights that get canceled. I remember my sister and brother-in-law almost didn't make it home because their flight got canceled, so they were stranded 5 states away. They had to rent a car and they had to drive home.
Right.
So travel is not exact. This isn't for somebody who has a job, I don't think.
These kids aren't just day tripping; they're downright tripping.
They are.
I'm just saying, like how about a weekend at least?
Dude, this makes us look. Remember when I had you do this? What was it? A couple of weeks ago? I was like, let's go to the North Shore. And you're like, this sounds awful. And we did. We packed up and we went, and it was kind of stressful until we got ice cream at the end of the day. And then, and then you did a Yui so that I could get my favorite Mexican food ever.
That was illegal, by the way. I could have got ticketed
Gosh, that was so hot.
just because you were getting hangry. I didn't want to deal with it.
You were my hero, and I love you for it. I'll never forget it. So that type of day trip was fun.
Yeah, a little too long. Too much in one day. Too much driving.
It was a lot of driving, but it was beautiful.
An hour drive to get somewhere and like do something for a day, that's fine with me. But if it gets over that, you got to turn it in 2 days, maybe 3 days.
I think the dogs who are rolling around in the back agree, Chris. It was too long.
Well, because, they just don't know how to sit still.
They didn't have any seatbelts.
It didn't help that Delilah was sitting on Daisy's face the whole ride.
She wanted to be held, and Daisy was too terrified to hold her.
So, day trips are fine, just not with all the animals in the car.
And not flying to a different country.
So I'm looking at you over there. What type of lipstick or what shade do you have on today?
Well, that's a trick question, Chris.
Is it for a reason? Is there something going on today that I don't know about?
Yeah, you should know this. Anytime that I am like dolled up with makeup is like I'm stressed. There's other things that are going on. So
then what's the reason then?
The whole world's falling apart, and I'm just a really sensitive person, and
so lipstick helps, I guess.
It does
for you. Okay.
It's like putting on your big girl pants, man. Lipstick and a good pair of shoes, and a woman can change the world. So to answer your question, I got hot pink liner on, and then I have a really nice YSL hot pink gloss over the top.
And I bet that gets all over somebody else you may kiss or whatnot. That's the one downside about lipstick.
You don't like when I kiss you with lipstick on.
Because like you kiss your dog, Daisy, who's white with black spots. And then she has like lipstick lips on her head.
Isn't that so cute?
Then
like, everybody who sees her knows how loved she is. Why don't you wear my lipstick like that?
I don't want to wear your lipstick around on my face. It's just not a good look.
It's also a great way to mark my coffee mugs and my water cooler so that people don't drink out of my stuff.
Some women would say it's a way to mark your territory with your man too, right?
That's right. And country songs say, don't get it on the collar.
Lipstick has also got many a man in trouble.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Let's hear those stories.
Oh, wow. You're getting twisted.
320-656-9453. Do you know a man who has gotten in trouble because of lipstick?
Yeah, my dad.
I don't know if I want to know this.
We're getting into it.
We'll dive into that and take your calls and texts. We'll do that coming up next. So I'm not sure if it's a good thing that I brought up this topic, but here we are.
You lit the match, man.
Do you know a man who has ever gotten in trouble because of lipstick?
Ooh. Oh, we got a couple of texts in here, too. Yes.
Maybe they were a little too careless with trying to hide the lipstick, or maybe they got some on you that they didn't know about.
Okay, now that's not the case that happened with my dad, who loves my mom very, very much, but he did get in trouble with, there was some lipstick. There was a lipstick incident.
On his collar?
Yes.
Okay.
And, on his cheek, actually. It was on his cheek. I think some rubbed off on his collar. So he always wore business suits, and at the end of the day, he would go down to the local Riviera and, talk with some clients and stuff down there. Came home with a big old smoochie on his cheek. Forgot all about it.
Maybe he accidentally ran into somebody, a girl with lipstick or something.
And that's what happened. It was actually one of the older ladies that were there. She just adores my dad. Who doesn't love my dad?
All right.
And that was the patron. And we could color match. So that was the case. But my mom was not happy about that.
Well, I couldn't imagine.
No. If you came home with lipstick on you, I'd have some questions.
I'd be like, I ran into this nice old lady, this cute old lady, and she just adores the show. She loves listening to us. That's my story.
I'd be like, okay.
Laura, Laura, you know someone who busted her husband because of lipstick. Where was it found?
It was actually from his Tumblr that he used at work.
Oh.
And it's a girlfriend of a girlfriend's husband or ex-husband now. And the woman was trying to kind of give hints to the wife.
Uh-oh.
Because she wanted stuff to go south. So she actually opened up the lid of his tumbler and took a drink. So her lips were touching the inside with the color, and put the lid back on and wiped the lipstick off. So he was none the wiser. And, of course, his wife was the one who watched everything, and that sent everything in motion. He lost the woman and his wife.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the tumbler.
Well, it's it sounds like the wife.
Oh my gosh!
It sounds like the wife knew something was up, huh?
So from the game of telephone we played, it turned out that the wife had suspicions anyway,
right.
And this sealed the deal. And she had been kind of trying to gather some evidence, and this was like everything she needed because she doesn't wear any color on her lips. She only wears lip gloss.
Yep.
Oh, some women are nasty, man.
Well, that's just, marking your territory.
Are you going to be checking all the tumblers that I bring home from here on out?
I think I'm just going to start leaving my lips right on your cheeks so everybody knows to back off.
It's like wearing a shirt with Chelsea on it.
Hey, there's an idea. Those are actually pretty cute.
Stop. Nancy, what's your story?
This happened at a wedding.
Okay.
He was standing up at their normal spot where your men are supposed to stand, waiting for a beautiful bride to walk down the aisle. And as she got closer, she kept kind of looking funny at his outfit. And by the time she got up there, and she realized he had lipstick all over the outside of his one coat.
Oh, come on. At his wedding? Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
What happened then?
Well, come to find out later, before she married him, she said no. She walked back down the aisle and come to find out that she and her bridesmaid had found out that her other bridesmaid had slept with him before they even got married.
What?
So the wedding was definitely off.
Oh, my gosh.
That's juicy.
I would go nuts.
It's always one bridesmaid. There's always one troubled bridesmaid.
I would always go nuts. No, that's not the case. Well, that one wedding I was in,
There's always one that's a little crazy. I'm just.
Well, I don't have any this round.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Real American dummies.
All right, here we go. We're going to talk about someone who did something really stupid, a.k.a. Real American Dummies.
I'm kind of ruining my childhood a little bit with this one.
All right, Chelsea, give it to us. What do you got?
You got it. Morning rush hour usually means stop and go traffic and cranky commuters. What police don't usually see is a grown man in a child-sized hot pink Barbie Jeep rolling down 15th Ave like it's Daytona. Where was this guy going at just 3 miles per hour? His solution? Hop into his roommate's kid's Barbie Jeep, put the pedal down, and hit the road.
Where was he going, by the way? Do we know?
We'll find out. Rush hour and all, Chris. He took to the highway. And how fast was he going?
I'm going like 3 clicks.
3 clicks in a Barbie car is pretty fast, I think.
3 clicks.
I think it's a mile per hour per click, so.
I'm going like 3 clicks.
And he's giggling. He claims he was being responsible and driving safe, using hand signals and letting other drivers know when Barbie's dream ride was merging in and out of traffic.
So a lot of people are wondering, where was he going in this Barbie Jeep?
I just want to get a Slurpee.
Yeah. Officers did stop him, but here's where it really went off the rails. I think you know where I'm going with this.
How did they stop him when he was going, like, how fast?
I'm going like 3 clicks.
Yeah, 3 clicks. He had a suspended license, and he blew twice the legal limit of alcohol.
Just want to get a Slurpee.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So he thought he could get away with this in a Barbie Jeep. The end result, a DUI. A 90-day driving ban.
A DUI in a Barbie Jeep.
A Dewey in a Barbie Jeep. Dude, you can't be drinking and driving. And the humiliation of having your mug plastered online as the guy who got busted in a child's toy car. All for a what?
Just want to get a Slurpee.
That Slurpee's costing this man.
Yes, so you can get a DUI in a Barbie Jeep and the other Jeeps. All right, it's not, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And if there were ever a moment that screams real American dummies, this is it.
I'm going like 3 clicks.
Yeah, he wasn't speeding, Chelsea. Come on. He was obeying the law. What did he want?
Just want to get a Slurpee.
All right.
So it's National School Picture Day today.
That brings back memories.
A day I dreaded every day back in school because I never remembered what day it was, and my mom didn't either. So I always showed up with hair that was all over the place in my Bart Simpson T-shirt.
That's actually kind of cute.
Remember the one that's you'd like to eat my shorts and like the Simpson shirts back in the day?
Eat my shorts.
Right. So I always had to do retakes, I guess they call them.
Oh my gosh, that's like every parent's worst nightmare. That happened with our niece quite a bit. I can't wait to see her pictures.
I'm assuming they still do pictures today, right? Is it done the same way, do you think?
It's still pretty uniform. I think they get more. Did you ever get the options of what color you wanted the background to be, like magenta and jade and sapphire blue?
No, we never got anything like that. The person taking the pictures, they were meaner than the lunch ladies.
I had one nice one that I remember that got people to laugh. Like he would do like a farting noise and it would get kids to actually do a genuine laugh. Pictures turned out great.
My lunch lady used to do that.
Fart or take pictures? What do you mean?
So do you have an embarrassing picture moment from when you were younger? I have plenty. Like every single picture, I look back, my mom, she created a picture yearbook every single year.
It's cute. Your mom did a great job.
I had a mullet like in 6th grade.
Yeah, well, at least you didn't have silver teeth like I did.
Yeah, that's true.
At least they fell out later. Those were my baby teeth.
I used to put gel in my hair. This one dude called me Slick.
Ooh.
Jerk.
I'm going to start calling you Slick.
And then my senior pictures, I had a button-up like jean shirt on, and I buttoned it all the way up to the top.
Hold up, you didn't get senior photos taken?
I don't think so, because I remember going to the school where the pool was. Which is weird. I don't know why they took pictures.
Why would you sit in there with all the humidity? That would screw your hair up.
I think they were additional. They were extra, but they didn't turn out. I looked like I was 12 in my senior pictures. It's awful.
Chris, you get senior photos professionally done. Now I see where the trauma is now.
My mom's not going to pay for that.
That's fair. Now I can see the trauma, why you hated doing our engagement photos so much.
I just don't like photos in general, probably because of my childhood.
I was sitting in a wheelbarrow full of marigolds, which I'm allergic to. That was my senior photo.
They stuck you in a wheelbarrow?
Well, that was their artistic vision. I looked cute. I had my knockoff Doc Martens because we couldn't afford the real ones.
Okay.
You know what? I look cute.
National Picture Day. Describe your funny or embarrassing school picture moment. If you can't jump on the phone, you can shoot us a text, 320-656-9453. Maybe we'll get a good call or two. We'll take your calls and texts. We'll do that coming up next. Awkward school pictures. That's what we're talking about. Were they funny? Were they embarrassing? I felt like I remember I think I was in 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I lost like one of my front teeth. And
Yeah.
I didn't smile, so I had this awkward, non-smile where
Yeah.
you can tell I was trying not to smile, but I
I had a
wanted
sibling
to.
like that. He didn't want to smile either because he was embarrassed.
It is embarrassing at that age,
Like
right?
kids would tease him. Do you remember we would get them where we would cut out the little wallet-sized ones and we'd hand them out to our friends?
Yeah.
And they look so awful. My most embarrassing one, other than my silver teeth in kindergarten,
Yeah.
were the glasses. We needed to do the insurance frames for glasses. And they were super nerdy and they took up half my face. They're back in style now, which is weird, but I was so
Dork.
embarrassed. I looked like such a dork in second grade.
Right.
Yeah, so embarrassed. But now I'm like, who cares?
I was embarrassed of my freckles. They were very prominent when I was in grade school,
Oh, I love your freckles.
and I didn't like them.
Oh.
And then my youngest daughter, Caitlin, she kind of has them as she's grown up now, and
But it's cute though
She
now.
likes them.
It's cute though now. There are women out there who get fake freckles tattooed on their faces. I'm telling you.
right.
Nerdy's in.
Bailey, what's your embarrassing picture moment from childhood?
I would probably say when I was in 4th grade, I was getting my school pictures done. I had picked a very pretty dress and everything. The morning of, I fell down the stairs.
Oh no.
I lost my 2 front teeth.
Oh,
And when the camera guy said, smile, you could see my tongue, like, in between the gaps where my teeth were supposed to be.
wow, you're true. If I lost my 2 front teeth falling down the stairs, I don't think I'd be going to school. Man, had to be embarrassing, huh, Bailey?
It was so embarrassing. It got to the point where a lot of people came up to call me a lizard
Oh,
because you could, like, see my tongue.
that's right between where your teeth are. Couldn't you just do retakes like most people, though?
I think
My
that's
foster mom at the time, she tried
Right?
trying to get them to retake it,
yeah.
but they said they couldn't because they had other school districts to do first.
Yeah, they're jerks, too.
It's hard. I once knew parents who tried to do 3 retakes. I'm like, just give up. Just give
Right.
up. Just let your kid look however they look in the picture. Who cares?
Right.
It's cute.
Well, it's cool because you get to look back on it back in the day, being
Right.
like, wow, man, you totally forgot to dress up that day.
Do you remember the bad haircuts, Chris, in
Yeah.
pictures?
Yeah, the
Like
bowl cuts.
The bowl cuts or the mushroom cuts where
Yeah.
they would shave the bottom half of your head and leave the rest poofy.
I never got a professional haircut my entire childhood because my mom used to be a
Hairdresser,
hairstylist. So she always cut my hair in the basement. And she did a good job.
Yeah.
But at the same time, once I got old enough, I'm like, it's just not cool anymore to have your mom cut your hair.
My mom thought she was a hairstylist, and that's why I'm traumatized. So she would use a big bowl
No.
for my long layers and then a small bowl for my bangs. And
She should have just got the Flowbee.
it,
Remember that thing?
knowing her, Chris, she also yanked my hair. You have no idea. I have so much trauma when it comes to people doing my hair.
Hey, Tanya, what happened with you?
It was about a week before school pictures.
Uh-huh.
We just got the notice in the mail, and I just cut my hair myself.
What?
I looked like I had a mullet.
Oh, my gosh. What did you do?
I looked at the lady that was taking the pictures. I was like, can I leave my hat on? She's like, why? I'm like, because I cut my hair about a week before,
Yeah.
and it looks like I got a mullet. She was like, okay, yeah, sure. So I left my hat on. It kind of looked okay.
That's one of the things that we never did was cut our own hair or cut each other's hairs as kids.
Oh, my brother shaved his head once. My mom came home.
Oh.
It was summer.
Got to be outraged.
And his face was really tan and his head was really, really white.
Yeah.
Really light. Yeah, it was weird.
So maybe you still have an embarrassing school picture. Maybe it's in your phone.
Text it to us.
Text it to us. We'd love to see it.
I won't publish it.
3-2, yeah, we'll keep it private. It's just between us, okay?
We'll just laugh together.
320-656-9453. So would you choose a vehicle where you have to pay a premium, like a monthly fee? I feel like everybody just wants a monthly fee now on auto
How
pay.
much we talking? And what does this mean? This isn't like a turbocharge, or are they going to restrict your engine like they do at like go-kart races? But if you pay a little bit more, then you'll get the full RPMs.
Well, this is with Volkswagen.
Talk to me.
They
Okay.
just debuted a new subscription plan for electric cars. This is overseas right now, by the way.
Wow.
But it could very easily come here if it works out.
Right.
They're making people pay extra to unlock the full amount of horsepower with the vehicle.
You need that though when you get stuck. That's why.
Here's an example of how it works. Their Volkswagen ID3 electric car has 228 horsepower, right?
Pretty impressive.
If you don't pay the fee, which is just over $20 a month, so it's affordable probably,
Yeah.
You only get to access 201 of that horsepower. You're losing out on about 27 horsepower.
So what does that mean?
That means you're just not going to...
You don't get enough oomph?
When it comes to a Volkswagen, though, do you really need that extra horsepower? I mean, what are you, gunning it at a green light and racing somebody?
Well, no, I'm thinking like if you're stuck or if you need some get up and go or whatever it is, get up a big hill. I don't know.
They're framing it as giving people options. If you drive like a grandma, you might only want 200 horsepower.
Oh, man.
But if you need more zip, Chelsea,
yeah,
you want to get to where you're going a little bit quicker, you have to pay for it, a premium.
That's messed up.
A few years ago, BMW tried to charge people, and it just didn't work with heated seats.
Oh.
So I feel like car manufacturers, they're going to make people pay for a premium, GPS, heated seats, heating steering wheel. What's going to be next,
There are some car dealerships that will do that, and there are some that throw it all in. This is a scam.
They're getting a lot of complaints, but if it works, it could be here in the U.S. with all manufacturers.
This is a scam. I feel like because it's a microchip, I feel like there's people out there that would figure out how to work their way and navigate their way around it.
Then I saw this earlier today.
Hello, I am your Volkswagen Artificial Intelligence Assistant. Would you like to go faster than 37 miles per hour? Please swipe your credit card on the dash screen. Want to listen to the radio? That will be another small charge. Alert, your air conditioning is running low. Please pay now to stay cool and comfortable. Don't forget about the seatbelt fee. Welcome to the future of nickel and diming.
It's true.
It does feel like you're getting nickel and dimes.
This is the wrong way to get your money back. Remember when they used to do this to the internet, where they would slow your internet down once you got up to a certain bandwidth? And remember how ticked off everybody was over it?
At what point are people going to say no more nickel and diming? Enough with these little subscription fees. Like everything now, I feel like has a subscription fee, right?
Yeah, they're like becoming the Spirit Airlines of car manufacturers.
Right, and most people put these things on auto pay and they don't even see them or they forget about them, and it's like if you don't even use them, you're still paying for them because it's too much of a hassle to cancel.
Ick.
I just don't like this.
Ick.
All right, so this is a blast from the past. It might be a little bit too old for you, but for me, it's right in my wheelhouse. You ever have a Tootsie Pop?
Oh my gosh, yes! With the Native American with his bow and arrow shooting at the star on the wrapper, and that was supposed to get you a free sucker.
Was that those, or were those dummies?
No, those were the Tootsie Pops.
Were they called dummies? Did I get that wrong?
There's Dum-Dums.
The Dum-Dums, that's what it was.
Those are always at the bank.
I'll take a dummies.
Well, dummies are out there too. But
that was always at the doctor's office after you got your shot when you were a kid.
I loved the raspberry Tootsie Pops. Those are my favorite. The chocolate ones, I was like, what's the point of chocolate?
So their whole campaign back in the day, you remember it?
Mr. Cow.
Yes?
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. I always end up biting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
Mr. Fox.
So it was actually a dumb campaign, but it worked.
I can still remember. He goes, 1, 2, 3, crunch.
They just remade that commercial for 2025.
What?
They kept the nostalgia in it, which I think is kind of cool because it worked back then. Then everybody bought these.
Still remember it.
And I remember I licked it like 150 times. I got nowhere. And I'm like, I give up.
Really? 150 times you still didn't get to the center?
No, I think it takes more than that.
No.
Well, it depends on how aggressively you go at it,
Well, I always crunch.
What a weird
so I'll never know.
Yeah, because the owl is right. The owl just wants to take a bite. Here's the new one. Let me know if you like it.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
I don't think we will know.
It's so cute.
I don't think there is a correct answer on this.
I think there was one time, but I think I just kind of sucked on it and melted.
Just leave it out for a while? I don't know.
Yeah, well, there you go. We'll never know, Chris.
Because everybody just wants to get to the center of it. I just thought it was interesting they remade the exact same commercial they did 35 years ago.
So cute.
And
it brings back good memories.
We need more of that. We need these childhood memories,
And Tootsie Pops.
That's true.
You're listening to Kris and Chelsea. Afternoons on Wild Country 99.